Okay, guys, so this is a video explaining mayyize, which is a program that generates flashcards for the Mutashabihat of the Quran. Now, when we say Mutashabihat, it has two meanings. Firstly, are the verses that are ambiguous in their meaning, right? So we have Mutashabihat and the ambiguous ones, and the Muhkamat, which are the clear cut ones. That is not what we're talking about here. We are talking about the verses which are similar in their meaning, not even verses, even phrases that are similar in their starting and their or their ending, and they are prone to being confused while doing hifz. So this video will mainly address using the deck itself. As for the program that generates the deck and how it works, that will be the subject of another video. So the first thing is you can get it on Anki Web. Um, and actually, sometimes Anki Web is a bit annoying, so you can also get it from just the Git itself. So just go to tree and go to out. Yeah. So if I just import, by the way, this is a follow up to the hifzize video. If you have not watched that, it's not a hard requirement, but you should watch it. It will help you understand this one better. So you import. So we have two card types here. We have two note types either. First is sorry, should yeah. First is the phrase recognition one. Now, uh, okay. So basically, we a card just has these fields. This one, the phrase ID, which is derived from the 30 liter database, the count, meaning the number of times this phrase appears, and the number of chapters this phrase appears in. Okay, and the front and the back are just the HTML. So the front of the phrase note or the phrase card, it shows the verse, and you are theoretically, ideally, you're supposed to be able to recall all of them, all of the instances of this phrase. So in reality, this is mainly intended as a reference or just as just a thing to have in your deck for revision, and not really to be learned or memorized, because it's not feasible to memorize like 70 instances like that. What you could do, however, is you could so there's this extension that lets you sort by any field. So you can sort by the count, and you can suspend all the cards and then selectively unsuspend some of them with a lower count that you think that you can memorize all the instances of. So that's something you could do, but again, this is mainly intended for reference. Now, coming to the second one, which is the main part of our deck here, which is the verse completion. The structure of the deck of the note is similar. We have phrase instance ID, which is just the verse key which the phrase appears in, the phrase ID itself, and the instance of this phrase in this specific verse, not the chapter, this specific verse. So it is a composite of these three. Again, count, chapters, front and back. Okay, now the way it looks here is it has the context of the phrase, the phrase itself, and the back of the card has the continuation of the phrase, and it also lists all the instances, just like the phrase card, phrase recognition card, I guess. Yeah. Now, this is the one that's actually like intended to be used directly, because it's feasible to actually just memorize mm, the continuation. Right, so the phrase will be the same or similar in all the instances, but you're supposed to recognize the continuation based on the context. That's the task here, and this is just intended as a reference, not to be memorized directly. Now, yeah, that is basically the deck. The recommended way to use this is for the phrase recognition is to not use it in the first place. For verse completion is to suspend all of them. Okay, then as you memorize, what you do is you Wait, I forgot to mention one thing. For both the phrase and the verse notes, we have extensive tags. So each note is tagged by the chapter it appears in, the verse key, the page it appears on, the juz, the hizb, the ruku', and the manzil, and the juz, hizb, ruba' al hizb, the manzil, and the ruku'. S- yeah, and for phrase, it's the page of all the verses that it appears in, and for the verse card, it's just a page of this specific instance of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyways, the way you're supposed to use it is you memorize some part. Either you use the hifzize deck or you use some other deck, or you just memorize on your own. Let us say you memorize like pages. You memorize page one. You're supposed to go. Sorry, you're supposed to go here and you do deck. You should apply this. Then you can go. You can do this and you unsuspend that. Let's say memorize page number two. You can unsuspend. You can that. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let us say you memorized chap chapters. You're memorizing chapter wise. So let us say you memorized chapter 78, right? Okay, it just has two of them. Anyways, let us go with a longer chapter. 36, maybe. Yeah. Yes. So that in this manner you can unsuspend them. And yeah, you can use it like that. Also, one thing I forgot to mention actually uh, is when you first import the deck, I would recommend you to open the verse completion deck, subdeck, to select all of them, sort by the sort field, okay, and actually select. Okay, it's not selecting all, I guess. Okay, it is, and you reposition. What this will do is, okay, it's not happening. Wait, some bug with Anki because I have a lot of extensions. But yeah, uh, like you select all, you sort by the field, right, and then you reposition. Sorry. Okay, they're sorted already. You reposition. What this does is it'll show you when you're studying the cards. It'll show the verses in order of the Musaf. So yeah, that can be helpful. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Pretty much it for the deck. The next two videos will be covering the hifzize program itself and how it generates a deck, and the mayyize program itself and how it generates this deck. So yeah, there's also one more thing I've been thinking about, not related to the decks, is something called a semantic mushaf. So, like historically, the mushaf was divided based on the number of pages because printing was not common, so or not existing in the first place. So people could like carry a juz home and then recite that, and then so that way everyone could have access to a Quran. But now it doesn't make sense because everyone can easily get a print. So the division that matters now is the semantic division, which is based on the meaning. So for that, like there's 558 rukus in the Quran. So yeah, that's something that I'll be thinking about. I'll elaborate in when if and when I do that. So yeah, that was it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.